She made us get up and dance when we saw her dance at the bar and cocktail, followed by making us believe that being Chashmish is actually cool in Ye Jawani Hai Diwani. But this time around, she's back with a movie that's going to make you feel strongly about the things that's happening in our society. Deepika Padukone is back to the 70mm with Chhapaak, and here she is to talk to us more about her movie. With the trailer and by the trailer only, there are a few scenes that you pick out, leaves an impact where you don't want to breathe. You stop breathing for a few seconds, whether it's you seeing the mirror for the first time or the child screaming. It leaves you an impact and sends a shiver down even if you think about it now. How was it for you to shoot for such a scene? It's not easy, it is daunting and a little intimidating, but how was it for you?
Well, I think it was exactly what you saw. I think everything that you've seen in the trailer are extremely raw emotions. And yes, of course, the life of an actor is to be able to live different kinds of characters. I think one of the biggest, I think the most exciting part about being an actor is the fact that you get to live somebody else's life on a daily basis. Having said that, I feel like it's not something that one would look forward to in that sense, because of the kind of violence that Laxmi has had to go through. And I feel like, having said that, I feel grateful because it gave me the opportunity to go through what an acid survivor has gone through and to understand it to its most minute emotion and the entire thing, right from the time the attack happens, why does it happen, how did it happen. So it allows you as an actor to just go through every single emotion. So in a sense, it's been very challenging for me because this is the first time I'm playing a real life character and a living real life character, and something that is quite recent in our times. It's not like historic, it's not something that's happened in history, something that you have to refer back to, it's something that has happened in these last couple of years, and every day we see so many of these incidents happen. So in that sense, I think that's probably why it's taken such a toll on me emotionally. And yeah, I mean, what you see is exactly what I've had to go through emotionally.
I think you previously also said that after the look test of the film, you felt it was yourself when you did the prosthetics and all of it. Why do you think that it was exactly?
I think at an emotional level. I think when I say that, I mean that at an emotional level, that even if my appearance has changed, my spirit or my sense of being or my confidence, none of that had changed. And I think that's really what the film is also about. It really talks about the spirit more than it talks about physical beauty, and in fact it does address physical beauty, but it tries to challenge it in a way that we've as society have understood it for so many years. And I think we all have set, and it's come down through the generations, we have this set sort of understanding of what physical beauty is, and I think through this film we attempt to challenge that and broaden that scope.
The process generally must have been very hard. Like, you made us dance, you made us laugh, but here you're putting us in a space where it's something that's a little hard hitting. Even the trailer leaves you with an impact. What was the process like? Which forced you to say a yes in the first place? It's your first production venture. It's your first biopic. It's something that's a lot of first, and your first is very strong this time. Were you skeptical at any level?
No, first of all, I want to clarify that this is not a biopic. Yes, the film is, a chronicle of Lakshmi's, journey, but at the same time, it's not a biopic. That's why my name is also not Lakshmi in the film, and it's because of the story that I chose to produce the film, because I felt like there's so much meat and there's so much responsibility, and there's so much, even emotionally, there's so much that we can tell the audience through this film that just instinctively I felt like, wow, yes, this is something that I want to produce. as far as biopics or stories related to somebody's real life is concerned, I have been offered a lot of films before this as well, but somehow emotionally I wasn't able to connect with those stories as much as I was able to connect with Laxmi's story and her journey. So yeah, I think the firsts are just out of destiny. It's not manufactured. It's something that, like I said, I've been offered a lot of biopics before, but this is the one that really I connected with emotionally. Producing wise also, yes, it was always at the back of my head that eventually I would like to produce films, but I never knew that this would be the one. And it's after I decided coming on board as an actor, and I said, okay, I really feel like this is something that I can, I feel like I can lend more of myself to. And yeah.
You switched on and switched off in the movie as well. There's such a strong story and something that you want to take away from. And there's also a very innocent, blossoming love story at the same time. Was the balance to get both right a little difficult? Because, a strong message and then there's something so cute, and actually it seems like you're blushing in the trailer as well.
The romance is something that was completely unexpected. It was in the script, but I feel like, these things are, you cannot manufacture them. Chemistry is something either you have it or you don't. And I think we're so grateful for the film and that Vikrant and I just found that chemistry. We just had it, and it was there right from day one. And it really lends beautifully to the film because it's so in line with who Laxmi is. It's in line with, the spirit of the film. And I think the fact that the film talks about hope eventually, while it talks about everything else, it does talk about hope. And this is a very important part of her life as well, and it does give you that feeling. It does give you that feeling of hope. So yes, I think for us somewhere that was the most exciting part of the film.
There is a very clear message that you take away from the film, but what would you like to tell the people who are going to watch it and then leave the theatre? What is one thing that you want them to know?
Well, I think we're telling this film at many levels. I think the fact that we, in our country, we talk about different kinds of crime. We talk about rape, we talk about suicide, we talk about murder, we talk about all kinds of violence that sort of happens in our country. We are aware of acid violence, but I don't think we're aware of it as much as we should be. And so I think this film, yes, while it throws light on acid violence in our country, and also I think a lot of the issues that these girls face, practical issues that they face on a daily basis. But I think more than that, it's really about their spirit. That's what this film, it talks about their spirit, it talks about human spirit, and it talks about hope. And I think that there's no better time than now to tell this story.
You have actually, I think it's safe to say that you've been the front runner to speak about depression, to address it, to make it dinner table conversation in people's homes. And now, it's again blown out of proportion right now because of the recent Kushal Punjabi suicide. And people have a lot of looking down upon to write on, if you read the comments, it's like, oh, it's such a small thing, he could have coped with it. What would you want to tell people like that, There is so much of frowning upon a subject like depression.
I did see a lot of I did see not the comments in whatever, but I did see a lot of people commenting or saying, that, but he had everything going for him professionally. So some people were saying it was professional, some people were saying it was personal. The point is, none of those things matter. The point is that you never know what the trigger for a person could be. And there could have been, I don't know him at all, there could have been signs that he was showing that people have not picked up, or he was just really good at hiding them. But yes, I think it's unfair to say that, okay, it was professional or okay, it was personal. Different various things could have been a trigger. And it's unfortunate that depression is a very complicated illness. It's very sad because otherwise I think we wouldn't lose so many lives. But the unfortunate truth is that it is a very complicated illness and something that you don't really see, I can't say anything more than that because I don't know him, I don't know the situation, but all I can say is that it's important for us to be as people, and maybe if we're someone, and I'm saying this to someone who might be watching this interview, if you are somebody who's feeling low or sad, express it, so that the people around you are aware of what you're thinking and feeling. And I think it's also important for us as humanity to just be a little more aware and sensitive to the people around us.
And lastly, your birthday is literally a blink away. So what do you plan to do for the new decade?
New decade? I am not really thinking that far. Honestly, I've been asked this question quite a lot about what am I doing for New Year's, what am I doing for my birthday. Honestly, the only thing on my mind right now is the film release. And I feel like any kind of celebration will only happen after that, yeah. I mean, the film release in itself is a celebration for us because I feel like irrespective of how the film does, I think for us the very fact that we attempted a movie like this is successful in itself. And more importantly, I feel like for us as a team, I think for us we'll be measuring success based on the kind of impact that we're going to be able to have on people and on society. And I don't think for us box office is going to be a metric for the success of this film. I think really if we're able to see change at various levels, I think for us that truly will be a successful film.